Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Watch out now. 52.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Sanders' kick is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Sir Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The option to give to Williams here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Deion Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap, Fields. Off to Thomas on the left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third and long. It's Fields. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop with outstanding field possession in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you know,
watch it.
I know, but Williams loses the football. Does the big boy have the juice? The 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
52 blaster. Here, black.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Touchdown, Chicago! Michael Thomas halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50 as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
When the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, it's Fields.
Evans has it left side. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Here's Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second down and goal. Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Troy Anderson, his second sack of the night. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now Fields on third and goal. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A final shot before the break. Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney as time expires in the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead on a final play and a half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is fielded at the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, but then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bears just continue to roll. Sanders now to have the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To To throw is Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Evans comes in motion right. Second down and goal. Fields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of... Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold down to the football.
In motion right is Evans. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the run. That one goes for 24 yards. And here's Fields on the sneak. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now he'll try to run with this. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Treston Ebner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to...
Williams loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try to be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here we go,
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On first down, Fields. And he fires one incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 4. Into the hands of London. Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
6, 7. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. What can you believe this? Probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. produced a couple of scores. And in fact, in the second half, their defense pitched a shutout. They were really impressive.
They took the drama away, didn't they? But how about the way they were able to stay on task the entire second half? No let-up whatsoever. Give them a ton of credit for keeping their heads in the game and executing accordingly.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.